Yo, yo, yo. Thank you guys for tuning into the episode 2 of the Greatly Destined podcast. I have another very special guest, good buddy on the show, Josh.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Josh. you know, when I invited you on the show, I wanted to talk about something different. I wanted to talk about the Kanye West controversy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. They done scared the shit out of a brother. I want to talk about that. So let's find another topic to talk about.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago,
Yeah.
you know, during the pandemic, it was very unusual for me.
Yeah.
I remember before the pandemic, I was that guy, you know, I was on that Andrew Tate stuff. Anxiety doesn't exist, you know, depression isn't real. I was on that bullshit.
Yeah.
You feel me? But then when the pandemic came around and we got quarantined, there was just something so weird, unusual, morbid, eerie about that entire thing. It really, really screwed with my head. And I became very anxious, very depressed for the first time in my life.
Okay. Yeah.
And even after quarantine, up until literally like probably 6 months ago, these effects, like I'm free now, but these effects from quarantine are still lingering in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It was hard for everybody.
So this is when I learned that, oh shit, mental health is real.
Yeah.
So I decided to invite you on this show so you can talk about your experiences with mental health. Can you introduce yourself to the people and tell them what you experienced?
Yeah. I'm Joshua Buckhaulter. I am schizophrenic, and I'm a comedian. So I talk about it on stage and in, you know what I'm saying, my jokes and everything. And yeah, I've been dealing with mental health for about, I want to say 5 years now officially. Been dealing with mental health for 5 years now officially, and yeah, it's some shit, bro. It is some shit, like for real. I got diagnosed in year 2017 when I was 20 years old, and that was a big pump on the brakes. You know what I'm saying? That really calmed me down a lot, because it was like, now I know I have a problem, so I can fix it, you know, instead of, you know, just running around saying I got some shit or I'm crazy and then not actually ever doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a long ride. And like, what'd you want to know? What's your questions about it?
I mean, was it like, was it a sense of relief when you were first diagnosed?
Yeah, it was a relief. It was a big relief, because like I always knew something was wrong, but at the same time, it was like, it was never, I don't know, in my environment or in like a black environment, like if you're not physically hurt or if you're not, you know what I'm saying, bleeding right there, it's not really a problem. You know what I'm saying? So me going through shit in my mind, it wasn't never really like a priority to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But once I started going through episodes and everything, then, you know, it was more proactive about getting some help, because the rest of my family didn't. They just wanted to release me from, you know, mental institutions that I would have to go to and everything. They just wanted to release me and just be like, all right, it was just a minor glitch, so we're just going to keep going. But my mom actually forced them to diagnose me, you know what I'm saying, for me to stay there like a whole week in the mental institution and everything, and actually get diagnosed. And a lot of like people in my family didn't agree with her and thought it was it was stupid or it was wrong to try and diagnose me. And I actually feel relieved for that, because I was just 20 years old and it was the middle of the summer, so I just wanted to get out and kick it. But I think about it later now, I needed to be diagnosed, because it was like we were never going to tackle that problem of what's going on in my head until we actually knew it was a problem. So once I got diagnosed, it was a relief because we knew it was an actual problem now. But I still go through trouble, just trying to tell people like my diagnosis is real and like my situation is real. Like my dad, you know what I'm saying, he still has I want to say skepticism about, and something really wrong with me or something like that. Because I don't think he can kind of fully admit that something is wrong with me because, I don't know, it's like they feel like I'm wounded or something like that. Like once I admit, I'm living with the diagnosis of schizophrenia.
Why do you think people have that mentality about mental health, though? It's the same thing with a physical wound. I mean, if you have if the brain is an organ, mental health is something isn't in line with your brain, and that's normal.
Yeah.
Just like if you have liver cancer, something isn't in line with your liver.
Right.
Why do you think we have that mentality of why is mental health still a stigma up until today?
Well, I don't know. Really, it's just because I feel like a lot of people they really don't want to dig into the bag of how they caused a person's mental health to go bad. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people generally just don't want to I don't know, they really don't want to admit that something's wrong because then they have to tackle the problem and then they have to eventually see how much is wrong and traumatizing in their actual life. Like the casual black person like has trauma in their lives. Like
so much.
Yeah, like so much. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that it's never addressed, they feel like, okay, well, I'm not going to address it. Ain't no problem in the first place. But it's going to eventually cause a problem with somebody they love or take care of because it's going to show up in the way they treat them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I think
there's so many parents out here who have anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
And it manifests in a way like they love their children. Right. But it's on the verge the way they communicate with their children. Yeah. It's a thin line between discipline and abuse. Yeah. Because of their anxiety and depression that they might not even know they have. Yeah. Yeah. So that this kid, he thinks, oh, this is normal. Like they know their parents love them. That's the thing. Like they understand they're doing this because they love them, but in the way they're disciplining their child is because they have mental health. Yeah. And that happens with a ton of black parents, especially African parents. Yeah.
And I honestly, I wouldn't even say like it's like that with all mental issues. It's more like with my mental issue, like when people hear schizophrenia, they freak out. Like they just, I don't know, they do, bro. Like they hear you schizophrenic and like they immediately think, like I had a girl tell me like, oh, are you gonna kill me? Like, whoa. Yeah, like I've had bitches say that shit to me. Like, whoa. I'm like, nah, dog, I'm normal. Like, the fuck? I'm not. She's like, no, because people who have that kill people. And I'm like, damn, like, it's random street niggas that kill people, baby. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm literally like getting, like, I get hashtagged as like a murderer because I'm diagnosed with this shit sometimes. So it's like people hear that and they feel like they gotta give up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's why I think it's a big thing too.
I think it's the glorification of serial killers
when it comes to this media. Yeah, in when it comes to this mental illness.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like the ratio is such a small fragment of people who have schizophrenia that go around and become serial killers. Yeah. But American media, they pick up every single. If there are 4 or 5 of them who had schizophrenia and were serial killers, there've been 400 or 500 people who didn't have schizophrenia and were serial killers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they pick up the ones who do have schizophrenia, who became serial killers because that's a more interesting story to tell. Exactly. And like now, people who have schizophrenia have to worry about that reputation that's attached to it.
Exactly. So that's why I feel like people are very in denial about it just because like they just I don't know. Like they get freaked out. Like you know what I'm saying. They feel like I'm gonna do something. You know what I'm saying. Like they can't leave me alone, or they can't be around me too long because they think they're gonna catch it. You know, that's how my family acted at one point. Yeah. When I first got diagnosed and everything, they acted like they couldn't even be around me. Like they couldn't even touch me. They was gonna catch schizophrenia or some shit like that. Like it was hard at times, bro. Like it was hard at times. Like where I just had to dig in deep and just think like, I don't want my life to be like this. And I just turned my life around. I don't know. I got a little money from unemployment just to get started out here. But I mean, I was only working 12 hours a week at TJ Maxx. So
how long ago was all that?
That was year 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
So the pandemic started, and my store shut down, and what I want to say, I was working 12 hours a week. So when I applied for unemployment, I only got like $2,200 back. Yeah. So I took that $2,200 and I got a job, got another job, got another $2,200, and then I put a down payment on an apartment. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved out of my grandma's house, and then I started doing stand-up comedy. That was pretty fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I started talking about my mental health on stage, and people laugh, and you know what I'm saying? It's a good time.
Yeah, funniest jokes. I tell you this all the time. It's schizophrenia. Yeah. And that one is classic. Yeah. That one is classic.
Yeah. I got to get that on film. I got to get that one on film. Yeah. It's just like I had to pick my life up from the ground up, because like at one point it was like I could have easily, what can I say? I could have easily just went with the flow and played crazy again. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, what can I say? Ended up in a mental place. Like I could have, like they were expecting me to like fully stay in a mental place. Like at least once people like accepted the fact that I was schizophrenic, it was like either you think my mom is just being paranoid and, you know, nothing's wrong with me, or if they are right and something is wrong with me, then he has to stay in the hospital the whole fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like for life. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, no, well, you know, like I'm not doing anything, so I'm out here, so I do get that opportunity. But at the same time, you know, I can't just live in my grandma's apartment anymore on her couch. Like I was down bad, bro. But I don't know. I got a little money. I was like, hey, this is what I needed. I got a job, got to stand up, got an apartment. And now, like I got a life out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do shit out here.
I know you were smart with that money. What you did with it, you used it to put yourself on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know people say money can't buy happiness, but money can definitely set it up.
Yeah. Oh God, bro. Like, oh God.
It gives you the freedom, the time. It gives freedom by its time, and it gives you the time to figure out, like, pursue that happiness.
Yeah. Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. That's why I'm an accountant. I'm not an accountant, but I'm a business management major, and I'm a business major, and that's why that's why I like business, because like the effect money can do is like I don't even think science has came up with what the fuck it can do. Like literally, mentally and physically, it can just help you relax. Like it can make you happier. Like,
and it's not necessarily like, oh, I have money, I'm going to attract a bunch of women, or I'm going to go buy a bunch of cars, and I'm going to go on vacation. That's not the stuff that buys happiness.
Yeah.
But it's like, for example, you have a job that you hate, that you have to pay bills. You know, you have bills to pay, so you have to go to this job that you hate. That takes so much away from your soul, working there 40 hours a week. That can cause unhappiness.
Right.
But if you had a little extra money in the bank, as soon as that job gets a little too stressful, it's like, fuck you, I'm out.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
And like that money buys that freedom to do what you want to do, and doing what you want to do equals happiness.
Right. That freedom, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like money causes freedom. It's just what I want to provide for people. More freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because people feel shackled out here. So yeah, I'm studying, man. I'm studying.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel like comedy helped you out?
Oh man, it damn near saved me, bro. Like I don't know, like I was a normal kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a job, and you know what I'm saying, I would hang out with cousins and, you know, friends and shit like that, but it was like I don't know, like it was just like dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like I was just a random motherfucker just walking around saying random words to people. You know what I'm saying? But I was always the type of person growing up where it was just like I needed to cause real fun. You know what I'm saying? I can't just walk out the house and say I'm having fun. Like people do that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like people fuck around and just walk out the house and say they're having fun. But me, like, I need to go out and do something and talk to people. And I was just like, what is a way where I can meet people and literally, you know what I'm saying, just expand my life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you feel like you had the talent for it, though? Or you were just like, I don't know if I'm going to be good at this, but this is just a way for me to, like, meet people. So I'm going to just do it.
No, because I did improv in high school. I did comedy sports, high school league. And that was pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to thrash that shit.
I want to do some improv with you at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
You act like a cop. I'm going to act like a drug dealer you arrested. I've always wanted to do some shit like that at the end of this. I'm going to see how good you are at this.
All right. Yeah, I did improv for like a year, and I was pretty good at that. And I ended up getting a TV interview for it. And
shit.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know, what's something where I can really build.
What you mean TV interview? Like for a show or?
Oh, for the I think the
news.
The news. Yeah.
Oh shit! Do you remember the station?
I think it was like TMJ4 or some shit.
Oh
like
shit!
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I know Milwaukee PBS. The station I freelance for.
Yeah.
I know they put on some local comics.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Anton's been on there before.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Ton's been on there before.
See, that's dope as fuck. See, yeah, they put me on there for
but it's got to be clean though, because obviously it's PBS.
That's the thing. It got to be clean and shit.
But that's your versatility though. You got to bring out your clean jokes.
That's the thing. You got to have some clean jokes.
I got to work on some clean jokes.
You got to have some clean
jokes are hard.
Yeah.
They're not. I'm kind of screwed up in the head. So I like clean jokes aren't too funny to me. That's why I think it was you and I that were having this conversation. Maybe it was me and Marlon. We were talking about Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't find him that funny. And you're like, but he is funny though, because he can make something like anything funny. He can make a joke about water and make it funny. So okay, fine. I guess that's comedic. You're talented.
Yeah.
Like you make people chuckle. Like, like okay, you made me chuckle over water. That's pretty interesting. Like the fact that he could just do that just by nature. Just
see that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't gonna lie, Jerry Seinfeld. I know he probably doesn't seem like the guy that does it, or he probably doesn't do it at all. But like when I smoke weed and watch Jerry, I love it because it's like the stupidest shit that we all talk about and commonly talk about.
But it's so common.
I saw
a documentary. A documentary he was starring in, and it was talking about how like comics who do TV, like TV show sitcom comics and stand up are two complete different worlds.
Yeah.
And like sometimes people in the 90s, the medium is different today.
Yeah.
But in the 90s, like everybody would start off as like stand up comics and they try to get on TV, and that's how they like migrate into sitcom and television. Yeah. So Seinfeld started off as a stand up, and then he got the Seinfeld show. Yeah. So now Seinfeld show's over, so he wants to do stand up again, and he's doing like small circuits, local clubs, just to like practice and get the feel of it. Right. And he had the corniest joke, in my opinion, that the crowd was dying over. I'm like, how do they think he's funny? Okay. This man said, I can't believe it. I was at the top. I had a show on NBC. I made it. And now I'm back here. It all shows you it always comes full circle. And everybody was crying. I'm like, what? He didn't say anything.
I don't know. Like, just this is the way. Like me, I don't.
Where was the punchline?
with people like Jerry Seinfeld comedy is kind of dry. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's not too deep or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when I'm trying to like get like, because before it was like Jerry Seinfeld is this big juggernaut in comedy, like, you know what I'm saying? And I've never really like fucked with him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me try. And it was like, I was like, but he's not like a comedian I can just like sit and pay attention to. Yeah. Because I'll get bored. So I was like, let me have him on in the background. Let me just do some shit. Let me do some shit that might
There's
not.
There's different types of comedy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like, that's how I got into The Office. You know the show The Office? Yeah, I
think the medium, I like how I was just talking about the medium changing.
Yeah.
Like podcasting, like Flagrant is a podcast I love. I tune in damn near every day. Flagrant is a podcast with, and you know Andrew Scholes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Andrew Scholes, another comedian called Akash Singh, and they have like their two like apprentices or whatever.
Right.
That help them on the show.
Right.
And that show, for example, I like that's comedy. It's just like comedians talking in real time about common things as if cameras weren't even there, just friends being friends.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like maybe, and it's never like a roll over your seat while I'm likely to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's the new medium of what Seinfeld was doing back in the 90s.
Exactly.
It was just like this friendly, likable dude. Seinfeld was going to go talk about like everyday shit. Let's go like, go watch him for an hour, giggle, you know, it's 8 to 9 o'clock, and then afterwards we'll go like have some dinner, like a complete date night type thing. You
exactly, because if like that's the thing, like with like Jerry Seinfeld and comedy like The Office, like very dry comedy, I can't just like look at it and like wait to laugh. I can't do that because then I'll never laugh big enough. But say I'm just having it on in the background and I'm just casually like, you know, doing whatever. And then I just happen to listen, you know what I'm saying? I see some shit and I just happen to listen, or I just start listening. I'll look at it way more relaxed, and I'll actually just laugh my ass off from the little shit they said. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I watch documentaries and like, you know what I'm saying, like little movies that Jerry Seinfeld did about stand up, and it was like, it's all right, you know, like he didn't really thrash anything. Mm-hmm. But when I started watching the show, it was like this whole new thing, because at the time I was thinking to myself like, all right, I'm not really doing shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really dealing with a certain type of bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? What do I want to watch? Something that's just casual that'll just give me a light, fun, loving feeling. And I started watching Seinfeld, and like when I first started watching it, I couldn't really
like Seinfeld?
The show?
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, I couldn't sit down and watch it. It would get like too like basic for me, you know what I'm saying, for me to like attach myself into. But when I would just like smoke weed and kind of like, you know, just scroll, you know what I'm saying, and then like have it on in the background, it would be all this crazy shit happening for like no reason. So I'm like, all right, let me pay attention. And as I pay attention, it just got funnier and funnier and funnier. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can imagine the show being kind of funny.
Yeah, and he does like little stand-ups in between that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
He does like 45 seconds between the end and that. I mean,
like the Keenan and Kel show, if you ever watched that.
Exactly. It's like at the beginning he does a stand-up, and then at the end
I remember that. Damn, they turned him into a fucking superstar in the 90s.
Yes. So, dude, when I'm telling you, those little stand-ups, they were just he was just milking it. I was like, damn, that motherfucker.
I'm sure somebody wrote all that, but they all have writers once you get to that level.
That's true. I don't know if somebody was writing this shit or not, but it was just clever. Like the first episode I watched, he was just talking about laundry, and the shit was hilarious. Yeah. Like
I can imagine the show being kind of funny though. There's the short dude with glasses.
He is hilarious.
He's
George
like
Costanza.
Every time I see like a scene from Seinfeld, like he's just doing like the way he moves his hands. Like I told you that. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
that
like,
New Yorker ass type of dude, and that's the thing. Like they complement each other. Like him and Jerry, you know what I'm saying? Because Jerry is like, I don't know, like he's kind of like I don't know, like I've taken such the persona of Jerry Seinfeld. It was like I don't know why like regular comedians hate me for this, but it's like I kind of take on that persona of like being a high strung dude, like
High
Jerry
strong.
Seinfeld.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like in the show, he kind of casually dates women, and he always like stops dating them for these petty ass reasons.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, like
the
they
show?
both do. Like George Costanza and Jerry Seinfeld, like they both like casually date hot women
Okay.
or good looking women. And
Where they did that money or something? What was this?
the-
Jerry Seinfeld was a comic in the show, right?
Yeah, he was
Okay,
a
so that
comic in
explains
the
it.
show. Like that's the thing though, but it's like he doesn't use the comedic status to get the women.
Mm-hmm.
He literally is just casually talking to women and casually dating women and shit like that. So it's just like I don't know. It just yeah, cause he kind of reminds me of myself, you know. Like how we would just like break up with women for like these petty ass reasons and shit like that. Like I saw myself doing the same exact thing, and I kind of like I kind of empathized with the show in that way. Like just like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, just having fun, casually dating, and you know what I'm saying, just telling jokes on the side.
So you're
and
admitting
shit
right
like,
here live on the Greatly Destined podcast that you a playboy.
yeah.
Man, black man, we got to do better, man. We can't be doing this.
What, can't be a playboy no more? What you mean? You don't like playboys?
Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You're a family man.
No, I'm not saying I'm a family man. I'm just like I ain't. I'm not trying to talk about my deviant ways.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
But I'm just saying collectively we all can do better.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I mean, but these bitches could be doing better too.
That's how you feel?
A little bit, yeah.
You think they're wilding out these days?
Oh yeah.
Why you say that?
Ooh, just on simple shit. Just by the way, like women talk to motherfuckers nowadays. Like they talk to motherfuckers way out their neck, and then they expect motherfuckers to like jump through hoops just to be with them and shit. Like that. Like nah, nah.
But we did that to ourselves though.
How?
Cause we glorified the box.
No.
So now they think that just because they have one, it's their gold, and like that's all you need.
No,
I see the most average girls with no skills, no talents, no nothing, no job. A lot of the times,
Yeah.
talking like they are the top of the line shit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like
simply because we did that, so we have to take some responsibility too.
I think they blurred the lines between glorifying and grateful. Like we was grateful of the box. It's not like we was glorifying it. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas was still doing they dirt. You know what I'm saying? Or still on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When it came to like, you know, just I don't know, when it came to just fucking with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers still do dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like we was glorifying and shit like that, but I think we was just grateful. Just grateful to get some ass. You know what I'm saying? And just showing we grateful, and they thinking, you know what I'm saying, they the baddest bitch, and you know what I'm saying, they the best pussy in the world and shit like that, when we was just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being grateful. And now they think they the shit. Like we can't just, you know, go and get another bitch or go and find something else to fucking entertain our time. Like, niggas young. We got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be running through hoops and jumping through hoops just for you. Like, who the fuck is you? Like, you ain't Melinda Gates, motherfucker. Like, the fuck I'm supposed to jump through hoops to be with you for? Like, that's all. I feel like they blurred the lines between grateful and glory. Like,
I feel.
Yeah. But that, yeah. Yeah, comedy fucking saved my life, bro. Like, it made me look at myself as, like, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't say comparing is a good thing, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The little competition in comedy, it just helps you kind of gain confidence and, you know, gain a persona about yourself that you can carry through society and life. And I felt like, you know, I felt like comedy would help with that. Because I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really doing anything or, you know, knowing anybody to walk around with confidence. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was lacking confidence after I got diagnosed because I felt like, you know, people were just going to look at me like something's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if something's wrong with you, you know what I'm saying? People think like, you know, you can't really benefit to anything. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just kind of shook me. Just I don't know. I don't know. What can I say? It got weird. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain because I don't know. My brain is kind of racing right now.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
You threw yourself out there, and it made you built something about confidence about you.
Yeah,
you know, it made you
exactly.
It made you learn not to care about what people think too much.
Yeah,
and not to care for the good or the bad. Like you can't in comedy, you can't get too excited because people think you're funny and people like you because you come next week and they might not laugh at the exact same joke. So
exactly.
You can't feel yourself.
Exactly.
And then you can't beat yourself up because you might say one joke at one club, nobody laughs at it. You say it at another club, everybody laughs at it.
Yeah.
So it's just like those little things. It teaches you not to care about the you go boys and not to care about the you sucks. You feel me? Like
you have a stronger sense. Yeah.
Gives you a self-focus.
Yeah, and a stronger sense of yourself. Because I feel like, once you have that diagnosis and once you, like, have that paper down on problem, people feel like if you can't benefit off that, like, if you can't get a check off it or something like that, or if you can't do something about that, you know what I'm saying, people feel like you're a waste of space. Mm-hmm. And I felt like if I did comedy, I could use my my diagnosis as something that can help me and benefit me. You know what I'm saying? So once I feel like I can benefit society and myself with this diagnosis, I can do a lot more with it, and I can still be a very influential person, even though I'm living with the diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
and then you want to inspire people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The more confident and better I get at comedy, the more I can feel like I can tackle regular things out here.
So you are improv king, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna do it on a podcast.
Let's talk. You just pretend like you're a detective or something.
It's not even a crowd here.
You don't need a crowd.
Okay, all right.
Shit.
All right.
You don't need a crowd.
All right.
And so you pretend like you're a cop. You just arrested me in I committed. What offense do you think I committed? Do you want me to commit?
Robbing a toy store. I don't know, a baby store.
Robbing a baby store.
Yeah.
Can we do a more serious one?
A more serious one?
All right, robbing a baby store.
I don't know. A Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Let me see if these cameras are still rolling.
Let me see. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is like when you steal a car, like you take somebody, like you beat somebody and take their car or something like that, right?
All right.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is like when you beat somebody and take their car, right?
Yeah.
But
not necessarily beat, just you stole their car.
Oh, okay. All right. I know it's that simple.
Let me get into the mode.
All right. So I'm the cop?
Yeah.
And you're the crook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want me to start it? Sir, we're wondering if you saw Sharquan Johnson. Do you know a Sharquan Johnson, sir?
I got to know that name for.
I'm just asking. We currently have a warrant out for a Sharquan Johnson. We have a warrant out for his arrest. He had 16 counts of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. It's been pretty wild. He's a pretty heavy hitter, and he's pretty dangerous. So we're just wondering if you guys have seen him. You look pretty dangerous. Have you? Okay. You look pretty dangerous. So, have you seen Sharquan? We're just wondering. Have you seen Sharquan?
I ain't seen that nigga.
Okay. Well, we have some witnesses that say you are affiliated with Sharquan. They said they didn't want to be, snitches or say, but they said you had some information for us to find Sharquan,
Whatever happened to you that caused you to be a black man working for the white man in the police force? What's your name? Officer Kumbaya?
Oh, okay. So you're coming at me because I'm a black cop, right? Yeah, because, cops and black people don't like each other. Okay. Well, I just I just want to let you know. My father was a cop. My grandfather was a cop.
Okay, I'm trash at this. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm trash. I gotta have more practice. I'm like trying to. I'm trying to like do like serious acting. I'm trying to like figure out where the improv comes in, where the jokes come in.
Bro, it's no mistakes. If you think about making a mistake, you will not be funny. Like mistakes are the funniest part of improv.
Valid. That's 100% valid.
Yeah.
Comedy is something like you can't give up, my man.
Yeah.
You feel me? I love comedy. It's taught me a lot about my life, you know, and it's molded me into a stronger person in the 1 year I've been doing it, I feel like.
Yeah, year and a half for me.
I started comedy so I can like get out there. I can kind of I can build my personality, because my dream at this point is to kind of be like a Joe Rogan of the basketball world. So like you do some comedy, you do interviewing, and you're also a reporter.
Yeah,
you know, just like how he is with the MMA world.
Right.
And that was kind of my vision going into comedy, and I wanted to take the tools from comedy and use it in the sports reporting world. Mm-hmm. But then I fell in love with it, and now like I can't see myself not aspiring for it in some magnitude, you know. But appreciate you, Josh, so much for coming on the show, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, man, we got to have you back here one more time. And we got to have you back here again. And thank you guys for tuning into the Greatly Destined podcast. Hope to talk to you guys next week. We ouch.
I caught the hiccups at the end of that shit.